Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to take another look at extreme charts in Bazi Astrology. So those are charts where there is an elemental imbalance, for example, or there's some sort of relationships happening between the components in your natal chart that sort of make the chart a little bit volatile. Now, these extreme charts are very rare. They're quite difficult to find, and they're not everybody obviously will have one of those, but when you see them, um, you know that this person is probably going to have quite an extreme life because that's why it's called an extreme chart with lots and ups and downs. Now, today, what we're going to look at is what we call the transforming T chart. So this is when there is an element in a chart that is being transformed into another element, and so therefore there's a change in chart in energy. Now, transforming T charts usually belong to people who, at one point in their life, have a drastic change, experience or undergo a drastic change. So that could be, for example, people who have always lived in exactly the same environment, done the same thing, and then something happens and it kind of catapults them out of their comfort zone and they find themselves in a totally new environment, maybe even with a different name, doing something totally different. It could also be someone who goes a really drastic career change. Um, so maybe they've been in finance all their life, 30 years, 40 years in finance, and then something happens in their life and they're being shaken up, and suddenly they go down a spiritual route. It could also be people who maybe start having a stage name. Yeah, so a lot of artists, um, they are born under a completely different name than the name they're performing under now. So Prince, for example, was one of these people, born with a completely regular name, but being known as Prince, as the artist Prince. So these kind of changes or drastic changes are usually happening to people who do have extreme charts, specifically that transforming T chart. Now, there are, of course, different types of charts or different types of transforming T charts, and I will try to walk you through how these charts actually develop. Now, this is a little bit more advanced than my regular Bazi videos, but hopefully you can still follow along. And I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. So the first one is the transforming wood structure. So if you have a transforming T wood structure, this happens when you have a Ren stem and a Ding stem side by side. Now, what do I mean by that? So focus point is the day master or the day stem. And then, so if you have a Ren water day stem and you have a ding either in the hour or in the month, right next to it, yeah, they need to be side by side, then this first criteria is given. It's also given, let's say, if you have a ding day stem and a Ren water either in the hour or in the month, yeah, because they form a combination. When Ren and ding are right next to each other, they combine and form a wood element. So basically, the water element of the Ren water and the fire element of the Ding fire is being cancelled out. So you need to have Ren and Ding right next to each other, and one of them needs to be the day stem. Now, the second criteria here is that the person needs to be born in a spring month, which is the wood season, supporting that wood element that is being formed. And so this has to be either a tiger month or a rabbit month. So here, this person, as you can see, is born in a tiger month. Yeah, so you look at the month branch, the month animal sign. This is a spring month. So the person needs to be born either in a tiger month or in a rabbit month. Now, there also need to be a lot of other wood elements in the chart and or water elements because water produces wood. Now, the rainwater is not counted here because that's being combined away. Yeah, by combining with the ding fire, it's being combined away and forms a wood element. So the water, the rainwater here is not counted. However, you can see there's a lot of other wood elements in the chart. So you've got 3 tigers here. You've got a lot of wood elements also in the hidden stems here. It's basically everywhere. Yeah, so you have a lot of wood here. And most importantly, there must be absolutely no metal elements anywhere in the chart. Yeah, not in the stems up here, not in the branches, and not in the hidden stems. Absolutely no metal. Yeah, so no gung metal, no sin metal, nothing. If you have a metal element anywhere, even if it's just in the hidden stems, then this is a flawed transforming wood structure and is no longer considered a true transforming Qi structure. All right, so this is the transforming wood structure. Now, the next one is a transforming fire structure. So here, what we want to see is a Wu earth and a Kui water side by side. So again here, as you can see, Wu is a day stem, and it combines with the Kui water, which is found here in a month stem. So the Kui water, if you have a Wu earth day stem, then the Kui water should be either in the month or in the hour. So on top, not in the hidden stems, on top, right? And if you happen to have a Kui water day stem, the Wu earth needs to be either on the month or in the hour. So side by side. And once they combine, they form a fire element. So it cancels out both the water and the earth. Now, if you have this, in order to for a transforming fire structure to be formed, you also need to be born in a summer month, specifically either a snake or a horse month. So this person here is born in a snake month, right? Now, also what we want to see is a lot of fire, other fire element or wood elements. And you can see fire elements here. You can see fire here. There's also a wood element. Wood is important because wood produces fire. So it strengthens that fire element that is being formed by the Kui and the Wu side by side. And we do not want to see any water element in the chart. Now, yes, you may say, but there's a Kui water here in a month. But this is actually combined away in that combination from between Wu earth and Kui water. So it's no longer considered a water element. And in the rest of the chart, you can see there's no water element whatsoever, not in the heavenly stems, nor in the branches or the hidden stems. If you even have just one tiny little water element, then this is a flawed transforming fire structure and it no longer qualifies. All right, then the next one would be the transforming earth structure. So here you need the Jia wood and the Ji earth side by side. So in this case, you can see the day stem is a Jia wood, and in the hour we have Ji earth. Now this Ji earth could also appear in a month. That would also qualify. Or if you have a Ji earth day master, then we would want to see the Jia wood either in the hour stem or in a month stem on top, yeah, not at the bottom in the hidden stems. Then these two combined together, they actually form earth. Now, you also then need to be born either in a graveyard month or in a fire month. So a graveyard month is either if you're born either in an ox month, a dragon month, a dog month, or a goat month. So these are what we call the graveyard stars, or in a fire month. So either the snake or the horse, because the fire produces more earth. Here in this case, obviously you see the person is born in a snake month. Now, you also need to be supported by much, much more additional fire and earth elements, and this is definitely given. Basically, the entire chart is just fire and earth. As you can see here, there's the entire year pillar is essentially earth. We've got fire up here again. We've got another snake here. We've got a horse here. And then the main Qi here, there's a lot of fire as well, as you can see. And another one in the sub Qi and another earth here. So there's a lot of fire and earth, basically the entire chart. And what's important is that there's absolutely no wood element in the chart. Again, The Jia wood is no longer considered a wood element because it's being combined away in this Jia wood and Ji wood combination. So that transforms into earth. So once you have all of these conditions, then this happens to be a transforming earth structure. And then the next one is the transforming metal qi structure. Here we want to see a gunmetal and a yi wood side by side. So in this particular case, the day stem is a yi wood and the hour stem is a gunmetal. So they combine obviously, and therefore the wood itself, the yi wood is being combined away. Now, you could also have a gunmetal day master and a yi wood in the month or in the hour. That again would qualify as a combination. And then this person needs to be born in a metal month, specifically either the monkey month or the rooster month. So here you can see this person is born in the rooster month. So that is very clearly a metal month. And there's a lot of other metal elements in the chart and earth. Earth is also acceptable because, of course, earth produces metal, right? So you can see this entire chart is basically just earth, metal, another earth here, metal, metal. We've got both earth and metal here. Then this is pure metal, and here another metal, right? Now, what you don't want to see in the chart like this is any fire element because fire counters the metal. And so therefore, fire elements are not allowed in the chart, even as a tiny sub-T in the hidden stems. We don't want to see it. If you have a fire element there, then it's no longer a transforming metal T structure. It would be a flawed one, and therefore the analysis doesn't apply anymore. And then lastly, we've got the transforming water structure. So here we need a Bing and a Sin side by side. And this is given here. So we've got a Sin day master and a Bing in the month. So they combine to form water. So both the fire element and the metal element here are canceled out and form a water element. Now again, you can also be born on a Bing day, so you can have a Bing fire day master as long as the Sin is either in the month stem or the hour stem. This also qualifies. And then you need to be born in a winter month, specifically a rat month or a pig month. Then this qualifies. Now, all around, you should ideally see a lot of metal or water. And here you can see there's a lot of metal. Actually, here this is a pure pillar. Here also this is pure water. This is pure water. So this is this metal is actually this water is supported, yeah. And there should be absolutely no earth elements anywhere in the chart. Yeah, not on top, not in the hidden stems. Otherwise, this would qualify as a flawed transforming water structure, and so it's no longer relevant. So if you or one of your family members, friends has a transforming T structure, or if you see this in the chart of one of your children, there will be at some point a drastic change in their circumstances, and it's usually for the good. Yeah, in most cases, even though it's drastic, it may appear like a major shift. It's usually a good change that makes them more successful. If it's a flawed transforming structure, then there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of ups and downs, and it's not so pleasant. So that's why we prefer to see a pure transforming T structure. What exactly happens in a person's life and how this actually manifests, for that you then need an actual comprehensive reading. But this is how you identify these transforming T structures that are fairly rare. Yeah, you won't see them very often, but they do occur, and it's actually quite exciting when you see them because you know you're dealing with someone who is probably going to have a really, really big positive change in their lives at some point. All right. I hope this helped you guys understand special structures a little bit more, extreme charts a little bit more. I know this is a bit more advanced, but hopefully you were still able to follow what I was explaining. And of course, if you do have any questions, you can always put them in the comments below or contact me directly. My email address is in the description to the video. Also, if you would like to have a comprehensive reading with me, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just reach out to me. And in the meantime, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with anybody who may be interested, and please subscribe to my channel. All right, see you guys soon. Take care.